Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome to episode 2 of my Barcelona FIFA 20 career mode series. Thank you to all you guys that left your thoughts in the first episode. You come along and watch, leave thumbs up on the video, all that interaction, comments is lovely to see. So, of course, we did have some debut success. We were able to get that first victory of the season. It is a really great way to start. But now, we're going to push on to signing, not wasting any more time. Kimmich, he was suggested in the comments by a few people, and it's a position. You can see where he plays the right back, but also he could be used in a central position, defensive mid or central midfielder, similar to Sergio Roberto, and he's just a better quality. That was said in a comment as well. So even though Sergio Roberto is not a starter, how we set up the team anyway, he's definitely a replacement for that, but he's going to come right in for the fullback position, right back. So for now, let's focus on the transfer and see how we can organize this. 90 million, of course, get rid of the sell-on clause. Let's see, okay, have a deal. So, yeah, there was a bit of negotiation with Bayern there, but we eventually get that through, and he's a fantastic player, so it is another big deal, and you see Neymar there. I want to save Neymar maybe to sign next season, or just, I definitely want to sign him at some point, the story of bringing him back to Barcelona, but maybe not in the first season. So now with Kimmich, we're going ahead to make the contract deal. Hopefully we can do that pretty well. I did get rid of a lot of release clauses. As I showed you guys, and you would know, in La Liga there is a lot of players that come with their release clause. Like to get rid of those, and a few players actually was able to drop their wage. If you do that smartly, yeah, you're able to do that. You should be able to, at least with Barcelona, what I've experienced so far with the contracts I have offered. But right now, I don't like to give too many chances. I'll put an initial offer. If they come back with something, negotiate a little bit. And yeah, that seems to be a fair offer right there. Obviously, he's a class player, and you would expect they require a bit of money, especially with his versatility. I love when there's world-class players, and then they got that versatility as well. So exactly like we said, Roberto, take a look how similar. Take a look at the similarity in their positions they can play. Similar players, but Kimmich is just better. So similar types, but Kimmich is just basically an improvement, and then he starts ahead of Semedo there, which Semedo, I actually really rate him. Very pacey, he can be effective right back, but I feel his attributes, if we need to rotate a player to come on the right wing with a bit of pace, even though we might not need that, because we got Fatih who we want to give a lot of chances to, and obviously Dembele. Like, Dembele in most teams would be a starter, so yeah, it's a bit unlucky for him, and another reason maybe we're not signing Neymar at this point. He really wouldn't be needed, and yeah, with Dembele and Fatih, we want to be developing Fatih especially. But yeah, it will be another position where they can't get as much of a chance. So just to confirm that deal, Kimmich being presented with his shirt there, he's going to be number 12 for us at Barcelona, and make his name, make a big name for himself. He's already started pretty well in his career at Bayern, but here we're just going to go in with another training session. Let me know any of the other younger players. I haven't really checked for high potentials or anything like that. Obviously Fatih, he was a standout. He was like the obvious one. We know how good he is and how good he can be with his potential. And I know Ruiz, he could be decent as well. But if there's any of the other younger Barca lads, let me know, and try and introduce them, try and develop. But then this is one I noticed as well, Todibo. I know, all I need to do is look at their values. You can really tell their potential, because the mod I use, that most people use, it's like the main mod from FIFA, or his name is like FIFA, but yeah, a lot of people use that. So one of the biggest things is they boost the value a little bit to be harder to sign very, very high potential players. If you notice, if values are a little bit different to your career mode games, if you're playing on PC without a mod, or on console as well. Just a few things, if you notice, because I was like wondering if he's not that highly valued, or he's lower in his value compared to your game and your saves if you're playing on console. But anyway, Fabian, he's going to come right in. we're dropping Sergio Busquets, and I don't want to explain it too much right now, as it will be shown through the gameplay. So yeah, just my tactical plan, and just for the future as well. There I was deciding who's going to be that defensive midfield position. I really judged off the work rates. Come the end of it, basically because De Jong has that high defensive work rate, but like Fabian, like he's tall, he's 6'2", so any of those central mids could have played in defensive mid. But I think, yeah, De Jong is the right decision there, and we'll talk about Busquets' his situation. But we're going to get right into a game here. This one is at home against Betis. Hopefully we can continue winning our games. Hopefully we can continue winning our games as we progress right now. We'll leave them with the home kit, as that does not clash at all. But I'm really liking, I think Fabian and Kimmich, they're really good additions. They fit into the Barcelona team well. I'm happy we signed Fabian because he's Spanish as well. I don't want to go too many, like, non-Spanish signings, we'll say. You got to keep it still Barca. You got to keep it still Spanish, But here, Luis Suarez, he's on. He's got a lot of space, and the defense did not close him down at all. And you're silly. You're silly if you give Luis Suarez that kind of space and just going to finish so easily. He's one of the best strikers in the game. Like, he's not that quick, but when you've finally got that space, he executes amazingly. Like, take a look at that finish right in the corner. That was tucked home so well by the lad. We all know Luis Suarez and what he has, the ability he has, and just the strikes. They're just the bite he has in those strikes. The keepers cannot deal with them. So, yeah, as I said, Sergio Busquets, he's going to be coming on later in games for one of the central mids, or put him in the defensive midfield position, just for that stronger defensive player. Even though he's a high rating, he's a rating you'd probably want to be starting a player, but I just feel that's going to be best for the squad and to give those younger guys more of a game time. So, more game time. So, let me know if you agree with that for Busquets for his role. But now, also, Dembele is going to be coming on. It's going to be, obviously, more as we get into the season. We're going to rotate before games as players get more tired. And, of course, now Ansu Fati, he's going to come on for Luis Suarez. The older lads, we've still got to manage. We've got to manage them very well, and obviously that's something I like to do, and I pride myself on. I mean, I'm not called footy manager for nothing, so yeah, I really like to show myself as a good manager. So let's go. Sergio Busquets, see how he can really control a game. And it's good you can still feel it in FIFA. Depends how you see it. But a type like Sergio Busquets, you can really feel that he controls possession and keeps patient, and how other players move around him as well. You can really sense that. He's a great holding. Yeah, he's a great holding player, as you can see there. He just sits. Yeah, his mentals are so good, and his work rates to fit that amazingly. And right here, basically, we're trying to keep possession. I tried to play that Barca way, but always, I feel like in FIFA, when you play that final ball, man, it's like, yeah, a lot of the time you just give away possession. Even though it was a good run. That was a good run, what we were waiting for there. You guys, do you ever experience the same? You build up a good attack. Your player makes the right run, and you feel, okay, you just aim at them and pass. But yeah, the defender gets in the way and doesn't work out. So Fatih, that was a great pass there to Jordi Alba. So we want to kind of focus on that, the little things he does right. Then Leo Messi, he could have finished it off, but yeah, very close. In a way, I was a little bit disappointed that we only won by the one goal, funnily enough. Yeah, just the one, but at the end of the day, we take 3 points. It was another good defensive performance. Not that we needed to defend a lot, but more so we just held them off. We controlled the game. And of course, if you're in possession of the ball, your opponent's not going to get too many chances. And yeah, Kimmich, I was happy with his first outing. Funnily enough, but sometimes you don't get the right idea. And look at that, Alba, great game. Great game. Messi, he got a 7 rating. It was okay, but it wasn't one of his dominating performances. Fabian was really nice too. Suarez a goal, of course. But sometimes on the ultimate difficulty, the CPU can just keep possession needlessly. and just don't do anything with the ball. So yeah, sometimes the possession is not exactly too accurate of the game. I felt we still controlled a lot of it. That's what I mean. But now we progress after that game. Fatih, he does get the A for the pass to the mini nets there. But I did want to talk about Fabian. He's been really good. He got the assist there in that goal. If you remember, the ball went through from him to Suarez. So 2 games and he's already been involved. And he went very, very close for something you'll see towards the end of this video. Make sure you watch out for that. I just added something a little bit different. But anyway, as we move on now for the scout, we hadn't really get a 5-star. We didn't get a 5-star judgment yet. I wanted to point out that Matias Fernandez. I wanted to get a Spanish scout, but if I wasn't gonna, but like you're not gonna pass up 5-star judgment, 4-star experience. That's the minimum. That's the minimum I like to go for. Judgment is I do prioritize a bit ahead of experience because judgment is of the quality of the player. Experience, it depends on, if that's high, you'll get a lot of quality of players in, or the amount of them. But not wasting any more time. Now we've got another league match. This is against Osasuna. It's away from home, but it's a team we should be beating. Not really needing to change too much, but they've got an early chance here. Oh, and we can't defend. Ter Stegen saves us there. Good save. I got he should have saved it there. He saves us there. What I mean is he should have saved it. I mean, that wasn't going to be a goal. Griezmann kind of stuffed up a little bit with the skill, but it could lead to something. Leo Messi, and when he's past you like this, you know what is coming. Leo Messi, he's going to do a little bit of skill, and then cut past the defender, and then another one, takes the shot, then I think it took a deflection, did it? Basham. Oh, yes, we did right there. Leo Messi. He knows how to find the back of the net, doesn't he? And we all know it by now. We all know it. Leo Messi is absolute superstar. The defenders in the La Liga cannot handle him. And it's the same in FIFA, same in career mode. But that was a pretty big deflection. I was actually going far post, trying to finesse it. I still think it would have been a goal if there wasn't a deflection. If someone was in the way, go far post. Yeah, but the strike was too good, and it really did deserve a goal for Leo Messi. So 2 goals in the La Liga already. We're going to have a target for him this season as well. Make sure you look out for that later in the video as we're heading towards that now. But 1-0, pretty good lead. And take a look, Kimmich. Defend. Even though he didn't get the block there, he still pressured. He still pressured really well. The cross, it was too near post. Yeah, and how we forced that. Yeah, it was really nice. So the fans are happy. The fans are happy with that first half. Leo Messi, close-up of him there. So let's continue this in the second half. Can we try and find a second goal? Griezmann with a bit of skill there, and something we'll talk about here. Hits it on the right. Yeah. He's very nice out on that left side. It's just when he cuts in, his right foot's too weak. So, yeah, it really gets rid of fake, if you do a fake shot or whatever, then you get on the weaker foot trying to finesse. Look at that. We could have took a shot, but then to Arthur there, almost. Dembele, I feel Dembele is a better player than Griezmann off of how I can use him, let's say. Even though Griezmann does do some very, very nice things. Let me know what you guys would think. Dembele being a bit younger, maybe he's the future for that position. They did take a shot there, but did you see the defending play earlier? Just in that play where PK got in the way and did really well. So, again, you'll start to notice some familiar and similar substitutions we made. We're getting into that routine. But I think it's suiting us really well at this point. And look, he's on! Fatih! Can he score? No. He's still lacking a bit of power in that strike. And the accuracy would still train him up. But yeah, we want to develop him up. We've got the manager expectation that I put on him to get to a 78 overall. So obviously game time is going to be so good for his development. This is another one where we haven't really continued on with the job, unfortunately. You can't really say we hadn't had the chances. We did add a few more, just more so on finishing those. And yeah, I was sliding around a bit there. Honestly, I was probably trying to take out the player. Because I'm like, we're late enough. I'm like, ref, surely call it. But if we gave away a foul there, very, very low chance they score from free kick. Anyway, the ref did call the whistle, and that was all she wrote. Leo Messi, he had, again, once more, you would say a quiet game where he didn't do a lot, only 2 attempts on goal. But that's how he's been so far for me. He's just been clinical. He's got 2 goals in 3 games, and we still want to see a bit more from him as well, because he is, that top level player, best player in the world, most definitely. We cannot argue with that, as much as we do not want to get into the conversation with Ronaldo. But if you're a Barca fan in your heart, Leo Messi, he's just the best, and you love him. That's just what it is. He is absolutely amazing player. The best in the world, especially, as I said, from a Barca's fan point of view. You would definitely see that. You would see him as that player everyone would look up to, and who you would, if you're aspiring to become a football player. Model professional, Leo Messi, and he did show that. He did show that today, so nice celebration there as well. But if you take a look at the bottom right, there's something big there. Look at that, Mane. We got some of the biggest signings, but if you're a Liverpool fan, for this career mode, he's gone. He's gone, and Milinkovic-Savic, he may have been suggested in comments. I've seen his name around, but he's gone to Real. Benzema's gone to Napoli. Sergio Ramos has gone to Juventus. I haven't seen these until now. I just saw the first couple, like with Mane, obviously. But look at all of these. Milik, look at all these relatable for La Liga. Important. Look, Williams going to FC Bayern. He's a very good player. Look at all these transfers. Really, really interesting for this career mode, and more relevant at Melendo as well. A lot going between La Liga sides and to and from La Liga teams. Yeah, crazy. There's crazy stuff. Guys, this is only 2 episodes in, and I feel like so many things are happening, both with our results. We're going along pretty well. We're going along pretty nicely, but now transfers, that Mane one is one that stands out. Wonder how it will affect Liverpool, and then in turn PSG, and maybe it could be a storyline where Neymar starts to play less, a new player, definitely similar position, so yeah, we'll see how we go with that. Here's another younger player where I'm going to reject the offer. I do want to start using them during the season, or at least develop them up through training, so I don't want to exactly loan them out right now. And you'll see we get a loan offer for Ruiz at the end of the transfer window, so get rid of that. We're not looking. Yeah, we're not looking at loaning those players. Some we did. It's just case by case scenario. If it's a player that I think can really, really be good, we will want to keep and train up like a few of those lads. So take a look at that. Three wins from 3 games. We can't complain. But if we return to the managers, player expectations, guys, as we introduce, you guys also have suggested some things, and this is the one that I pointed out. The first one said 40 goals with Messi, but then from Dan James Fan 21, I thought that would be the most suitable one. That would make sense. 40 goals, it might just be that little bit too high. We'll see what we can do with this first season with Messi anyway. So 40 goal contributions, which 40 in between goals and assists. If those can tally up to 40, that's the expectations on Lionel Messi, what we will want to see from him. And you can see he has already got 2 goals for the season, so we want him to build on that. We want to maybe get some assists now, to build on that tally that he hasn't got involved in. That we'll have to see. Sometimes assists don't get credited as well, but now with Fati, he's already, look at that, he's already gone 71 to 73, so that is amazing growth. Already, look, we're 2 episodes in. He might get to over 80 overall. So you can see more of a look there from his 71 to 73 overall increase. And not surprised, because we're training him. We're training him and giving him game time. If we continue to do that, imagine if he goes up at least 2 overall every single month. That will be very good. And talking about the months, I've added this. Hopefully you guys will like this. My managers, my player of the month, in my opinion, what I've seen on the track and on the pitch from Lionel Messi, it was very close. A few players, but I couldn't pass Lionel Messi. Average rating in the league, 2 goals from 3 appearances. So he was massive. We're going to leave it there though, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Finishing off with some of the highlights. So this was that goal we needed so desperately to build a comeback, which we did for that first game of the season. I was really happy with that. Lionel Messi, he led the charge. If we didn't get that goal back, maybe they could have started to go a bit more defensive, and it would have just been hard to come back from there. We don't really know, because yeah, that was the way it played out. He did get very lucky. That was more a striker's, poacher's instinct, and he did that really well. So that was his first goal he scored in this period. Obviously only 3 games in this month, and this was of course the one against Osasuna to finish it off, and that was how good. That was Lionel Messi at his absolute best, taking charge. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like these new things I'm adding into the video in terms of play of the month and the expectations, yeah, I hope you guys like it, and I will leave it there. Enjoy the work, Lionel Messi. Maybe get in the comments who you thought was the best players through this month of games, as yeah, it will be good to see your feedback. But anyway, I'll catch you guys in the very next video.